everybody, and welcome back to Make It for Melasma with Amanda Murry. This evening, it's about 8 o'clock, and this evening I'm going to be showing you one of the foundations that I like best, and that's the KatVonD Lockit foundation. The color that I have is 53 Warm, and as you will notice as we're doing this video that the color is quite light, and because I tend to match the foundation with the color of my neck right here, which is a lot lighter than the color of my face. As discussed in my previous video, the foundation that I use for my face is lighter because the melasma makes my skin darker and it doesn't match the color of my neck. My neck is quite a bit lighter than my face, and I don't like to have my face stand out from the rest of my body. You will find that the finished product does match and that everything looks like it blends and it belongs together. So what I've done so far is I have moisturized, I have put on the deodorant, as I like to tell you that I tend to do, because it helps to stop the oily skin, it helps to stop the makeup from sliding off my face, and I have put on a setting spray. Now after the setting spray, the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to do a light dusting of a translucent powder on my face before I put on my primer. Big fluffy brush. Okay, so let's go in with the primer. I'm using the Stay Matte Primer by Rimmel. I use a bit more than a pea-sized amount. Corrector underneath my eyes, because I do have a lot of dark melasma there. And now I'm going to put on the foundation. And we're working with the Lockit, the KatVonD Lockit foundation. And I'm a little generous with this because I find that with the melasma I need to build up my coverage. So I put about a pump and a half, and I'll show you what I do. And I'm using an artiste brush. Still a little bit damp, I washed it today. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some under eye concealing, even though I put on the color corrector and it looks pretty good underneath my eyes. I do want to make sure that I'm highlighting my eyes, so I'm going to do a little bit of under eye concealing, which will also help to build up coverage over the area of the melasma that's underneath my eyes. So now I'm going to go in again with that translucent powder. Actually, yes. No. Now I'm going to go in with my banana yellow powder to highlight that under eye area even more. Now to set my face, I'm going to do a light dusting of translucent powder before I go on with my contouring. Very light dusting. Just dust all over your face and your eyelids. And on to contouring. You can tell that we've got a pretty decent coverage going right now. Pretty natural. It doesn't look cakey at all. You can see. Blends really well with the color of my neck. It's pretty seamless. You can see that now. It looked pretty light when it was going on. So for my contour, I use LA Colors. These are all drugstore products that I'm mentioning except for the KatVonD. I do have some higher end products, but I thought I would start with drugstore products because when I go on the internet, I see so much of these higher end products, and a lot of people request for drugstore products. And I thought I would start off with the drugstore products and wait for the request for the higher end products. Kind of go backwards and see if I can reach a broader range of people with more realistic budgets. You start at the top of your ear and you work inward about halfway down. Same on the other side, inward about halfway down. Now at this point, most people will use this brush to blend it out. I don't really like that. I find it's too harsh for me. So what I do is I take, it's almost like a blending brush. I mentioned in my second video that I tend to do things backwards. I like to do my eyes last. I find that when I do my eyes first, I feel like the rest of my face looks really sullen and really sickly because I don't have any foundation on or any contour or blush on. I like to put those on first and then do my eyes because my face already looks alive at that point. It already looks like I'm ready for the day. And the eyeshadow is just the pièce de résistance. It's the icing on the cake. But you could very easily go out with your contour, your blush, and your eyeshadow. Your eyeliner and your eyelashes. But you can't really go out with just eyeshadow. So I like to do everything else first and then put on the eyeshadow last. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is my blush. I have this nice little angled brush. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is my eyeshadow. And as you can tell, my face looks so much brighter. It already looks alive. And so I like to go in with my eyeshadow at this point. Okay, the first color that I'm going to be using for my eyeshadow is the MAC Soft Brown. That's my transition color. And then the other palette I'm going to be using is the Morphe. So here is the MAC Soft Brown. And I'm going to be using a fluffy brush. All my brushes are no-name brushes. I'm going to go in the crease of my eye. Now I have hooded eyes along with having oily skin, along with having melasma. So I tend to do the crease and a little bit above the crease for my blending color. upside down looking in the wrong place. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Morphe 350M palette. I'll open that up for you. This is the matte palette. I have the matte and the shimmers, and I'll be using both. So this is what that palette looks like. And I'm going to pick up, I usually try to pick up a light color first. So I'm going to go with this color right here. I'm going to put that all over my lid. Darker brown, so I'm going to go in with this color here, and I'm going to put that in the corner of my eye and work it towards the center, but I'm not going to put it up very high. Now see that beautiful transition in colors? And I'm going to go in with a dark chocolate, and then I'm going to go in with the red. So the dark chocolate I'm going in with is this one, and then I'm going to go in with this one. So for the dark chocolate, I'm going to get a bit of a definer brush, and I'm going to place that right in the crease of the corner of my eye. Before I put on the red, I'm going to blend that out a little bit. Okay, so now it's on to the red. The red, I'm just picking up, just dabbing it up, and I'm just going to do it right in the corner of the eye. Now I'm going to take my Morphe 350S palette. This is the shimmer palette. And I'm going to take this color right here and put it on my lid. Once you stick those eyelashes on, they're gonna pop. Okay, so for my eyebrows, I'm gonna use an angled brush. And I use a gel for my eyebrows. And remember, your eyebrows are sisters. They're not twins. They're not meant to look exactly the same. As close as you can get them is fine. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my eyeliner. And I'm debating whether or not to do a wing. You're going to pull off your tape, and you're going to try and take off as much stickiness as you can. Then you're going to match it up with the bottom of the corner of your eye and the end of your eyebrow. Do this one too. Perfect. They look about the same. happy with that wing. It's a thick wing, but you've got a very burgundy eye, and I think that looks really nice. And I did take off a bit of the makeup with the tape, so I'm going to take my brush and whatever's left on there, I'm just going to press it onto the face. Okay, so let's start off with how we cut the eyelashes. So the eyelashes come on something like this, and usually they're too long for my eyes. So I'm going to pull from the corner to take that off, put it down, put them together at the tips where the two corners meet, or the two edges meet. So I cut them evenly, and I need to usually cut off a lot. So I cut off about that much. Then I separate them again, and I get them ready for glue. I usually take a dab of glue, and I'll put it on the inside corner of the eyelash container itself. I'll just put a dab of glue there. And I take the eyelash, and I run it through the glue. Making sure it's fully covered. It's missing some in the middle here. There you go. And then I place that down to get tacky. You have to wait about 30 seconds to a minute for it to get tacky before you can put it on your actual eye. And there's eyelash number 2. So we're just about done. We're going to move on to the lipstick now, and then I'll take down my hair and we'll see the finished look. I'm using the NARS. This is a freebie I got at Sephora. I really like it. So there is the finished look. I think it came out pretty good if I do say so myself. As you can tell, the melasma is fully covered. Coming a little bit closer for you. You can see the melasma is fully covered. You can't see any color underneath my eyes or on my cheeks. Take my hair down. There we go. That's perfect. So there you go. There's the finished product, hair, makeup. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you have any products you'd like me to try out, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'd be more than happy to do a first impressions for you, because at this point they probably would be a first impressions for me. And I'd like to also do time trials for you. If you'd like me to try something and see if its wearability lives up to what's on the label, then I would be more than happy to do that for you as well.